Good afternoon, Mr. Kester. How are you, sir?
Very fine, thank you.
Good afternoon to others that have just joined.
All right, I think we have guys joining. Oh,
I think we'll just allow 1 or 2 more minutes before we actually get started. Ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen, if you just give a little bit of patience.
So Dean, screen is up. You can see the screen, right?
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is Dean Rowan. I'm the lead partner at Consilium Consulting, and it's my pleasure to open today's session. This very short briefing webinar is part of our ongoing commitment to building capacity and enabling organisations to meet both today's challenges and tomorrow's opportunities. And never before have we seen such a volatile and difficult market as we are today. Before we get into the content, I'd like to just do a short introduction about who we are at Consilium House and how we work directly connects to today's theme of both governance and transformation. Our approach is actually guided by 3 simple principles: empowering growth through collaboration, building on trust, driven by excellence together, and we shape success with you. So let me start with a quick introduction to Consilium. We're actually headquartered in Bahrain, and we're a boutique advisory firm with a very strong presence across the GCC and Africa. We specialize in high value management capacity building through tailored training, consulting, advisory, audit and assurance services. Our expertise covers artificial intelligence. We have a very heavy focus on financial services, IT governance, sustainability, GRC, helping organizations address both current and emerging challenges. We operate across the region in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Riyadh, Bahrain, and Mauritius. So through our international federation network, we extend our reach even further. So wherever you are, we've got you covered. Our range of clients range from financial services to ministries to multinational corporations, and we include collaboration with the Big 4 central bank sovereign wealth funds. We also partner with the ADGMA in the UAE and a financial academy in Saudi Arabia, helping build regional capacity. So that's a brief snapshot of who we are. And let me hand you over to our colleague, Mr. Kester E Irabor, who will take you through today's corporate program and share his expertise. Mr. Kester, welcome to today's program.
Thank you so much, Dean. I hope everyone can hear me clearly.
Yes, we're good. Thank you. I can hear you perfectly.
That's fine. It is a pleasure to be with all of you tonight. Thank you for joining us today, taking time out of your very tight schedule, especially on a weekend like this, to join us for this short session. And we are here to introduce a course that we have designed, and we want to explain to our viewers and our intended participants what this course really is and how it is different from every other course that might be out there, especially when you're talking about the subject COBIT framework. So my name is Kester E Irabor, and I am the managing partner for Consilium House Consulting. And as you can see on the screen, my brief profile, my very humble but brief profile, is there. And I just want to run through that, and then I'll run through the course profile itself, so we get to understand what it's all about and who it is for, and what the value, in it is for everyone that intends to participate in this course. So I have been around for a while. I have well over 15 years industry experience in IT governance, risk advisory, in IT systems auditing across the Middle East and in Africa. I've been around the region doing professional IT systems audit and all of that. I have been I have been using audit. I mean, I'm COBIT framework for quite some time myself. I'm a certified COBIT trainer with APMG in the UK and also with PECD in Canada. And from my own professional background, I have done and led quite a number of IT systems audits projects across Africa and here in the Middle East as well. And as a trainer, I have been delivering training since 2003, and I've done a lot of training programs from back home, my home country in Nigeria, and I cover quite a number of areas as well in that sphere. Now, I am also an active member of ISACA, and this framework we're talking about is a product of ISACA. And I've been a member of ISACA since 2003 myself. I'm currently, I hold a master's degree in information systems management from the University of Liverpool. And I have used COBIT extensively in different areas in solving a lot of problems, for organizations, across my time, my professional practice. So that in a nutshell is me with respect to this subject that we want to talk about today. So the course that we have designed, we have called it Mastering the Governance and Management of Information and Technology. And it is a course designed on the COBIT framework, all right, the COBIT framework. And a lot of people may be hearing, that term for the first time, or there may be people here who are already used to it. Now, I have been teaching this course for a while, and most of the time in the class, I find people who, are probably hearing it for the first time, or maybe they've heard about it, but have never, really done any research and coming to the class to get to know more about it. But that's the first time they've been exposed, to the subject itself. So COBIT, this course is based on COBIT, and I want to start, breaking it down from that point of view. So COBIT is a word, it's an acronym. Okay, it stands for the control objectives of information and related technology. Some people, sometimes call it COVID because, they sound alike, but it's not. Okay, so it is a framework for the management and governance of IT. It is designed specifically to guide organizations in their quest to effectively use technology, to drive the strategic objectives and goals of the organization. All right, and COBIT as a product, has been in existence since 1996, and up until now we have about 7 versions that have been released, and each version has especially from the 3rd version, they all have their unique applications. And the reasons why we have new versions is one of the reasons why we have designed this course, because a lot of times people find challenges using it because they actually want to use the version that is designed for a specific IT module in another environment that does not fit, and they have those they come into challenges and cannot use it effectively. So there are 7 versions that have been released since its inception in 1996, and the last 3 versions actually have come up with a major shift from the original focus of COBIT, which the developers had. Initially, COBIT was designed as an IT audit tool. It was designed for auditors. But when it got to the 3rd version, they began to focus on the management of IT. And since then, they have developed four additional, four versions, and these versions have now focused on management and the governance of IT within the enterprise. And the last three versions is what we have built this course, on. We're going to cover, extensively the components and especially the use of this framework, starting from the last three versions. So we'll see that next. So the last three versions I just spoke about are these. This course is built to explain in detail these last three versions, the frameworks starting from version 4.1. All right, and as you can see on the screen, COBIT 4.1 was released in 2007, and it was called a controlled framework for IT governance. This version, then was focused on IT governance from the IT control objective point of view. So it emphasized, the processes and practices that helped the IT department to align their operations, with the business requirements to enable them, support the strategic goal of the organization. All right, so that was COBIT 4.1. And in 2012, the next version was released, and there was a reason why they released this new version, COBIT 5. There was a reason. There were some changes and trends, that had occurred, in the IT world at that time, and all of those things brought in new challenges to the existing model of governance, and that was why ISACA, the owners of the framework, had to go back to the drawing board to come up with, the new version, which was COBIT 5, and it was called a business framework for the governance and management of enterprise IT. And one of the things people have failed to realize is the last phrase in that term, enterprise IT. COBIT 5 was designed for the environment that was referred to then as enterprise IT environment. An enterprise IT environment is not the traditional IT department. An enterprise IT environment is an environment where technology has, proliferated, the operations of the business. Every function within the organization is one way or the other using technology to run their activities. And so the IT department is not the all-powerful IT department having all authority over technology. So in such an environment, the number of people who play or who take decisions with respect to technology in the organization is beyond the head of IT. Now, how you govern that kind of environment is what COBIT 5 was designed for. And so people in adopting COBIT frameworks have failed in many instances to understand these differences between the environment or the IT model that COBIT 4.1 was designed for and COBIT 5, and the changes that have occurred in the IT environment, specifically that brought about the development of COBIT 5. So COBIT 5 was designed for an environment referred to as the enterprise IT environment. Now, this was 2012, and then technology continued to evolve. The way businesses were adopting technology also continued to evolve. And in 2019, there were a lot of things that occurred between 2012 and 2019. We had the cloud computing evolution. We had the digital transformation evolution as well. All of those things also brought in new angles to governance of IT. And 2019, a new version was released to help cover all of those new aspects of challenges in the IT environment. And the 2019 version was called the Enterprise Governance of Information and Technology Framework. And this framework itself was very, very unique. In fact, it is different from the COBIT 5 because it was, I mean, it's a framework that is designed for what we refer to as the digital IT environment. Okay, so these are things we want to explain in the course, and just give us a bit of a snippet. How or where are these versions, useful or suitable for? COBIT 4, like we have seen, I said in here, is well suited for the IT department. The head of IT can use the COBIT 4.1 to govern their operations of the different functions underneath his function, underneath his department, and ensure that they are running their operations and their activities in a manner that supports the organization towards its strategic goals. And COBIT 5 is suited for the environment where, say for instance, you have a business process that involves different departments, and that business process is automated. All right, IT has a say, the business process have a say, the stakeholders have a say, customers have a say. How you ensure that all of their requirements, all of their consideration, their expectations is handled and managed properly in a manner that delivers value from that business process is what COBIT 5 is about. So COBIT 5 is suited for an environment where you have automation of business processes used to deliver value to the enterprise and every stakeholder involved in that process. And COBIT 2019 is specifically designed for an environment where information has been digitized, and then different technologies beyond the technology that is used or that is owned by the enterprise, is being used to run or manage that information in such a way as to deliver value. That kind of environment is what COBIT 2019 was designed for. So understanding these differences, in the module of IT and the business helps you to understand how and where each of these versions is most suited and most useful. And this is one of the challenges that organizations have. Even regulators in countries that have adopted COBIT, they have these same challenges. And this again are part of the things that we want to explain. Part of the things that we want to explain in our course, so that people become very, very good in the use of technology. So the course, like I said, has been designed it's designed to run for 5 days, and it is to ensure that we are able to master all these 3 frameworks together. Now, the breakdown for the course for the 5 days, what you have there. On the first day, we're going to go through general topics around governance, around frameworks, around the introduction to COBIT, its history and evolution. And then on the second day, we will run through COBIT 4.1, its concepts, its applicability and adoption and all of that. And then on the third day, we will look at COBIT 5 itself, its context, and also how it is used. And then on the fourth day, we will talk about COBIT 2019, the structures, its differences, and then how it's applied in real-world scenarios. And then on the fifth day, we'll do a recap, but we'll talk basically now about the use of the 3, where and how they can be integrated, and where and how you can actually use either one of them outside of the other, but how they all can be used together to achieve value with technology within the business environment. And the outcomes for this course are what we have there. We want to demonstrate an integrated understanding of the frameworks, COBIT frameworks itself. We want to ensure that our participants can evaluate and apply suitable governance and frameworks for specific enterprise scenarios, and leverage expert insight to address complex governance challenges, because one of the things we must know is that technology continues to evolve. Its application in the business environment continues to evolve, and every change creates new challenges, and these new challenges always render the current model of governance almost obsolete or even useless. And people must know how, these changes, affect the business, and then be ready to, apply these changes, especially when they are introduced. All right. And the course, as we're saying, has been designed for two delivery modules. We have the online version, and we also have the in-person versions. So the dates are out there. If you go to our website, you will find the date that has been scheduled for the virtual classes. We have 3 virtual classes scheduled for the rest of the year. And then we have 4 locations that we have designed or scheduled the in-person classes to run. We have in Riyadh, Dubai, and then Bahrain. And then the last, which but not the least, is in Mauritius. That will be in December 15th to 19th. So for you, our participants, how does this, what benefit, will this be, to you? How does this make you a leader in IT governance? One of the things that you will take away from this class will be a deep understanding of governance practices. The reason we say that is because we want to cover extensively the trends when you talk about governance from way back, almost 30 years, all of the knowledge base from about 30 years back. We want to take you through that so you understand, how these things have evolved, and also give you a sense of what the future, will be like. COBIT is a very, very useful tool for solving problems. One, especially the 5th version, COBIT 5, will also take you into some real depth, in studying COBIT to help you understand how to make structured decisions. We'll teach you things, in that area to help you know how you can think of taking your enterprise organizations and goals through technology, business goals and all that, the technologies goals and all them, and then ensuring that they all function together to deliver value, at the end of the day. Will also help you, understand the implementations, the practical implementations, of these things. COBIT is not just a framework that has to be implemented, off the shelf. You can actually take specific part of the framework to solve specific problems, that you have within the organization or even within your department. All of these skills, will give, will help you to identify from this course. Leadership, especially when it comes to the area of deriving benefits from the use of technology, managing risk, as it relates to technology, and then compliance, all of that are things, that this course will help you to understand and to master. And then as we head into these, we head into this more and more into the phase that we are in currently, which is the digital transformation, age, the artificial intelligence age, and all that. You need to understand, how those things will impact the governance and the management of IT to be able to use technology to deliver value. So these are things, that will give you, we propose, you get out of this course. And so, like you're seeing there, on the slide, we want to make you a super IT governance professional. So at this point, I think I have given us, some insight into the program that we have designed, and I'll just stop here and open up, the floor for questions from any one of us here who has a question to ask. Yeah, Dean, over to you.
Sorry. Is there any examination or certification included in the program?
Yes. Okay. As far as examination is concerned, now one of the things we have done here is we have focused more on the delivery, the use of COBIT in your day-to-day activities. The main focus of this course is on application of the of the framework. However, we do understand that people will want to get certified or get certifications or get the certificate from this. So we have integrated in the course we have included the option of taking the exam, the COBIT 2019 Foundation exam. So if any one of the participants wants to take the exam, we have said that the 5 days will cover what we have talked about, but then we'll have a special day to help them prepare for the exam, the COBIT 2019 Foundation exam.
Okay. All right. Another question, historically, COBIT's been considered an IT framework. So from what you've said, it's more applicable in a general to all professionals, not only just IT. Is that a correct understanding?
Correct. Now, from time, a lot of people used to think that COBIT, is an IT framework, just in the same way you think about ISO 27001 as an IT standard. COBIT, because of the name anyway, most times people talk about technology, IT, governance, and all that when they mention the name, so they have that thinking at the back of their minds. But if you got what I was talking about earlier, COBIT, especially from the 5th version, became a business framework. It's a framework that helps to solve business problems. So a person in the marketing department may have in his organization solutions that he uses to run his operations. Now he can use COBIT 5 as the framework itself to manage that system in such a way that he delivers the value that he expects from the use of that technology that is used to automate his operation. So COBIT is not just an IT framework. It's a framework that can be used by anybody within the enterprise that uses technology in any way.
Okay. Last question. Can you remind me of the cost structure, if you wouldn't mind? I think that was on the website.
Yes. Now we have proposed three levels for the course. If you want just the course alone, there is a price, for it, for the virtual as well as for the in-person class. So there's a specific cost for that. And then if you want to have the materials, which we recommend that you have, because most times, especially in my past classes, a lot of people come and they haven't seen the books, they don't know about the materials and all that, and it's not the framework is very, very heavy on content, and it is recommended that you have the materials. So the second level when it comes to the cost structure includes the cost of the course and the cost of the materials. So we want to give you the materials for COBIT 4.1, COBIT 5, as well as COBIT 2019, all together in one, because the course is a three frameworks in one course. So we want to put all of that together. So the second level of the costing covers the cost for the course and the cost for the materials. And then the third level, it now covers the cost for the course, the cost for the materials, and the cost for the exam for those who want to write the exam at the end of the day. So you will see that structure in the website.
Okay, terrific. Thank you.